Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev is set for the vacant lightweight title at UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi. The Oliveira-Makhachev matchup was announced during the UFC Long Island broadcast on Saturday. Oliveira was stripped of the 155-pound title after missing championship weight ahead of his UFC 274 matchup with Justin Gaethje earlier this year. He went on to defeat Gaethje via first-round submission for his 11th straight victory. Oliveira's team had recently seemed reluctant to agree to a matchup with Makhachev in Abu Dhabi, where Makhachev will undoubtedly have a home field advantage. Nevertheless, the two sides came to an agreement over the past few days for UFC 280 on October 22nd. Makhachev took to Twitter to break the news to his fans. Islam tweets, "October 22nd, I'm bringing UFC lightweight belt back to Dagestan. How excited are you guys for this one? It should be an amazing fight. Who do you think leaves with the belt in Abu Dhabi? Leave a comment below." Daniel Cormier retired from MMA following his loss to Stipe Miocic at UFC 252 in 2020. His defeat, accompanied by persistent back pain, made it easy for him to hang up his gloves following a successful career. DC recently teased a return to the ring when he spoke with Hans Molenkamp.
The thing is
there a chance?
thing is, Hans, with me, it's like, I said this when I retired. I said, I'm only going to fight for championship belts. But it's like, I don't deserve a heavyweight championship fight. Like, Stipe is not the champ. He beat me the last couple times. Like, I don't deserve a shot at the heavyweight title.
What do you guys think about a potential return to the octagon for Cormier? Do you think we'll ever see him compete in the UFC again? And if we do, does he have any chance of competing with the top guys right now in the light heavyweight division? Yesterday we saw the return of Brian Ortega to the octagon, facing off against a sharp and persistent Yair Rodriguez. The match started off well and was shaping up to be an exciting back and forth, but by the 4th minute of round 1, the fight would come to a halt due to Ortega dislocating his shoulder, earning Rodriguez the TKO victory. Rodriguez had this to say about his performance.
Well, I think I was doing really well. I connect a couple of jabs, real good jabs, solid. I think I connected a good right hand, a couple of times an overhand and like a cross. I kinda saw him like wobbling. I hit him with a good couple of low kicks, high kicks, and then he would try to take me to the cage and take me down. And I was connecting to the legs with my heel. And then we went to the other side. We disconnect. We keep on fighting. We connect again. He tried to take me down. Again, and I think his arm was really trapped behind on my back. When I went to the floor, I went for the armbar, and I was trapping him, really tight with this arm, trying to push him away to go for the armbar from the bottom. And I think in the moment when he was like trying to get the arm out from there, I think I saw him like doing a face, and I was like, okay, so something happened. He went to the floor, grabbing his shoulder, and I stopped fighting, and I realized something was going on. So I just let him. I stopped fighting, and I asked him, hey, what's going on? What happened? I was like, oh, my shoulder. So I stopped. That's it.
Brian Ortega also spoke on his performance and what led to his dislocated shoulder.
During the tight the grip was tight on my arm, and it dislocated, and that was it. Like, I was no arm lock, no nothing, but it just dislocated, freak accident, and it just sucks. It's the first time it's ever happened in my entire career. It's the first time it's ever happened, and I'm kind of like taken back by it. Can't believe this is what's going on right now.
It feels surreal, I'm sure. I mean, I know that Dana White said to you, I was sitting nearby, and he said, these things happen in the sport, it's okay, these things happen. But Brian, prior to that injury, how did you feel like the fight with Yair was going?
Everything was going my way. Literally, I was winning every minute of the fight. I was sticking to the game plan because I do get emotional, and I for 1 second we started throwing, and I was like, all right, let's start throwing. I go, no, let's just stick to the game plan, and the world saw, like, I was about to show what I do best, which is grapple and take control. And the second we hit the ground, my freaking arm just came out. And
on the UFC Long Island card, we saw Lauren Murphy defeat Meisha Tate via unanimous decision. Kenny Florian tweets, A non-technical analysis of Tate and Murphy: Lauren is fighting, Tate is sparring. Our guy Cody Mello has been all over this one with confidence. Raquel Pennington tweets, very entertaining fight between these ladies. Congrats to both women. Alan Joban tweets, always respect for Meisha, but Lauren just looked like the more quicker, stronger fighter out there, despite being the older of the two. Lauren Murphy had this to say about her massive win over Tate.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good that I was able to take her down. I feel good about the elbows I landed. I felt good that she couldn't take me down. As soon as my butt hit the ground, I was right back up. I wrestled hard. I stayed focused. A lot of stuff that we did in practice happened tonight, and I was just, man, it just feels good to come back and get a win over a former champion. Nobody's gonna walk over me in this division. And like I said in the interview, when I'm healthy and I'm focused, I'm a force.
Where do you feel like this ranks in your career wins? I mean, she's obviously such a huge name, big stage. Everybody was talking about this fight coming this week. Is this like the most satisfying win of your career, right up there?
Not, I think all the wins are satisfying in one way or another. No, I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about the cool experiences that I've had fighting and in the UFC. I mean, even back in Alaska, one of my, first fights was for the Alaska Fighting Championship, And that's, honestly, I don't know if any fight will ever top that one because it was one of my first, big moments. But this is up there. This is a great day. Those were some great moments. I'm very happy right now.
In a recent interview, Dana White gave a quick statement on the Nate Diaz situation.
Nate Diaz has been very vocal recently about saying that you guys have been holding him hostage and all this stuff. He's been trying to get a fight. Did you hear his comments? And I guess from your perspective, is there any response?
No. I mean, when isn't Nate Diaz saying something crazy, I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. We can't hold guys hostage. It's not possible, okay? I owe you 3 fights a year. If I don't fight you 3 times a year, I have to pay you. How could I hold him hostage?
Sean Strickland took a pretty hard KO loss to Alex Pereira at UFC 276, and while that would have kept most people down, it seems at least Sean hasn't lost his sense of humor. He recently took to Instagram to share his new car and why he chose it.
I'm here with my boy Diego, right? And I was like, after this fight, I'm gonna buy me a Hellcat, 700 horsepower, all the bling. But then I got knocked out. So now I'm what is this? Hyundai Accent? What is this thing? So man, this is what my life's come down to, the Hyundai Accent.
Chael Sonnen recently took to YouTube to ask if Alex Pereira could beat Robert Whittaker. Sonnen had this to say.
Would Pereira beat Whittaker? Whittaker came out, he said, I'm surprised how quickly Pereira got here. So I'm just asking you a different question. Could Pereira beat Whittaker? Now, you're going to have to think on that. You're going to have to really think about that because there's so many things that we don't know about Pereira. We did not learn very much about him in his fight with Sean Strickland. That was not a great fight. It was a great win and a great performance. It wasn't a great fight. There wasn't back and forth. There wasn't adversity. There wasn't somebody getting tired, somebody dealing with a swollen eye. We don't know if Pereira can stop a takedown. We don't know if he gets down, if he has any level of defense. Not from that fight. So what? Every other time that would matter. Every other time if we had a huge question mark on a guy and how skilled is he overall, that would matter going into a championship fight. He didn't need to be able to stop a takedown.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.